Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how you should definitely spend some time really affirming for your manifestation abilities in order for you to get your manifestations in the fastest, most seamless way possible. Okay, that in itself is an affirmation. So you can start off by saying, I have always manifested easily and quickly. Okay, there does not need to be this long, worn out bridge of events, bridge of incidents that you need to go through in order for you to get your manifestation. I know that for a lot of you, especially that we're manifesting a specific person or love, certain things happened and you were manifesting this person, but then you got triggered and then maybe you started dating or seeing other people and you're just like, well, why didn't I just get this in the first place? Why did I have to go through all this? Why did I have to go through all of these triggers, pain, and force myself to go out when I didn't even want to and get triggered and bogged down? So there is a way to counteract that by literally just saying, I have always gotten my manifestations easily and quickly, okay, and in the way that I wanted them, or in every timeline. You can even add something to the end to really, solidify it, okay? But there is no reason that, you need to struggle and suffer and go through this worn out bridge of incidents where you end up kind of even going a little bit off route with your manifestation. There's no such thing as being off route, because going off route, because at the end of the day your manifestation has to come to you. But if you can just completely eliminate the uh you know unnecessary be my language, but BS in the middle, that could be triggering you or just kind of discouraging you or getting you down, and just get your manifestations instantly, then you should do that, right? One of the ways to do that is by saying, I have always manifested quickly and easily. Again, working on your manifestation abilities itself is also so important. I know that I've put out a couple of scripting tutorials on my channel, and you notice that whenever I script, I always start off by saying, I'm the operant power of my reality. Whatever I say goes, only whatever I say goes. The 3D is always showing me what I want. I'm confident in my manifestation abilities. I always manifest easily and quickly. I've always been able to manifest easily and quickly, okay? I always get my manifestation instantly, okay? So you can cut out that, long worn out bridge of incidents where, again, you're going through, again, there's so many emotions, because I know sometimes things that you see can be triggering, and you don't need to go through that every single time you manifest, even for things that you may have, quote unquote, a lot of resistance to, okay? There's certain things that come in our reality instantly, certain things that we're able to manifest instantly because we don't have that much resistance to it. But I know that for a lot of you, maybe you could have manifested multiple SPs in the past, and you're just like, oh my gosh, something always ends up happening whenever this happens. Things always just end up going the opposite. That doesn't have to be the case. You could have your manifestations right now, but again, you just need to affirm for your manifestation abilities. And also, a big thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people spend time about what they're not manifesting and what they don't have right now. Oh, I didn't get this doesn't work, manifestation doesn't work. There is no such thing as a failed manifestation, only incomplete manifestations. This only stops when you completely give up on it, when you stop affirming, when you stop scripting, when you stop doing anything. And that's different from knowing that it's done. Some people are in a state of mind where they know that it's done, but if you're going to spend time complaining, reacting to the 3D, checking the 3D, which by the way makes no sense to do, because it's literally just your past thoughts playing out. It's literally just your past dominant beliefs, okay, past belief system playing out, right? So that's why there's no point checking the 3D. But that is one of the reasons why people don't get their manifestations, because they give up and they get too triggered. And it's just you're creating all this. Why are you reacting to the old version of yourself that created all this? Technically, you're not even reacting to the 3D, you're reacting to you, because everything is you pushed out, everyone is you pushed out. So you're just reacting to older versions of yourself, that just are not relevant to what you want to manifest, right? So yeah, the biggest thing is to, first of all, take responsibility that if you created that, you can uncreate that. And then just tell yourself that, no, I manifest fast, I manifest in every timeline, I get what I want in every timeline, I manifest instantaneously, I manifest within a couple days. You can even set timelines if you want, but the thing is, you have to work a little bit to create that belief in the first place, or have it really in your belief system, lodged in your belief system. But once you do that, things really do get a lot easier, okay? But again, it takes a little bit of time, energy, effort to create that belief in the first place. So yeah. Yeah, something you can also say is that I live in a natural state of abundance. It's just natural for you to get what you want. It's just always been easy for you to get what you want exactly in the way that you want it. You're abundant all the time, okay? And also understand that I know for a lot of you guys, you tend to put time on the pedestal, the 3D on the pedestal, without even realizing that. Okay, so something you have to tell yourself is that I'm abundant when it comes to time. Time is abundant because, like, yeah, a lot of us obviously we're operating from the 3D, the third dimension, because that's where we live in. And time is a very like 3D concept. Even logic, that's a 3D concept. So manifestation is not logical. That's why you have to come at manifestation from a higher perspective. In the 4D, 5D, time doesn't even exist. Time is not even of the essence. Okay, so you really have to like think from that perspective. Like, okay, the reason why I'm getting so irritated with this is because I'm giving so much of my consciousness, attention, and awareness to time, and because of that, that's creating some resistance because I'm like noticing that it's not happening, right? So just say like there's an abundance of time. You have enough time to get what you want. I know for a lot of you, you could be manifesting like love because you're at a certain age where it's time for you to like settle down. A lot of you, you're trying to manifest a job by a certain time. Okay, again, time can be extended. Like even if like let's say there's a deadline for something, first of all, you can say I always manifest on a time crunch. I always manifest by the deadline, but you never know. Like sometimes deadlines get extended. Okay, sometimes like things get rescheduled, right? So don't put time on the pedestal. Don't operate from the 3D perspective of time. Okay, you really have to come at this from a higher perspective. So yeah, that's definitely something that I want you to internalize. Okay, let's go ahead and put a couple more cards here. Yeah, so I really like this one. I always feel secure in my manifestations. I'm confident in my manifestations. Like I said, affirm for your manifestation abilities, but also affirm that you feel really confident within yourself. You're confident in your ability to bring out these manifestations. You're secure in yourself and your ability to manifest. You feel secure in your manifestations because you know it's not outside of you. You're not manifesting anything outside of you. You're manifesting something within you that already exists. You're bringing that out within you by either affirming, scripting, visualizing for that thing to really bring it in your reality. Because here's the thing, everything is happening all at once. Okay, what we're experiencing is based on our dominant thoughts, or spiritual people would say like the frequency that we're on. We're actually just seeing a snapshot of what's happening based on where we're at personally. Okay, but like we're tapped into a certain timeline, a certain reality, again based on our thoughts, based on what we're thinking about and are on personally, right? So yeah, you can tap into anything at any given time. You have to realize that everything already exists. Everything's already created. Even when we like came onto this planet, like a lot, the resources were already there, like and like we built more from these resources. Like when we came, they were like, yeah, when we arrived, there were like trees, stones, water, all of this, and somehow we were able to create Wi-Fi. So again, it's all about like transmuting the things that already exist, right, into whatever it is that you want. It's about creating something from something else. So like my point is like all of the realities that like every single reality exists. Everything already exists in the here and now, but based on what you're tapped into the most, which is based on your thoughts, based on what you're thinking, based on your frequency, based on whatever you want to call it. I think like it has more to do with our dominant beliefs and yeah, just our dominant way of thinking. But like you can change that at any given time. You can tap into a certain version of yourself, you know or the way to bring about something into reality is by tapping into that version of yourself that has whatever it is that you want, that that whatever it is that you're trying to bring about. Because at the end of the day, everything reflects back you to you. So if you're manifesting a specific person, figure out what they represent within you, and then say affirmations that have to do with that. Like I know for a lot of you, like you don't like being ghosted, but maybe you have been ghosted. Okay, like what part of yourself are you abandoning? What part of yourself do you think like might need a little bit of addressing when it comes to that? So just tell yourself like, no, ghosting doesn't even exist. No, I always feel so secure in myself. And of course, everyone wants to talk to me. I'm amazing to talk to. I'm like the most interesting, amazing, fun person to talk to. Okay. Same with like loyalty, commitment. If you've been having trouble manifesting that, tell yourself, well, I'm committed to myself. I know that I deserve loyalty. I deserve commitment. I'm worthy of loyalty and commitment. Okay. And you can get that from literally anyone. That's why like I don't, I'm definitely not against manifesting specific people or specific outcomes, because we technically are always manifesting specific things. Like even if you are manifesting a job, there's a very specific person that's going to interview you, and there's another specific person that's going to like decide whether or not you get the job, right? So same thing with your specific person. I feel like a lot of people that can't manifest specific people, first of all, they think it's hard to do that. There's some sort of limitation in their mind, like, oh, we can't do that because we never grew up hearing that you can manifest specific things. A lot of us grew up like kind of just being on passive mode, being told that like, oh, just whatever comes along your way, just like just flow through life, just go with the flow, things like that, right? But if there's something that you really, really want with all your heart, trust me when I say, like, it is possible for you to get that. Like in The Alchemist, it's written that the universe will literally conspire for you to get exactly what you want. Things will move, people will shift, things will shift for you to get the exact reality that you want. But you just have to be willing to accept that. You just have to be willing to accept your power, reaffirm your God state, your operant power state, reaffirm that you're the one bringing this thing into your reality. It's not about anyone else. It's not about manipulating the 3D. It's not about manipulating anyone else's, energy or anything like that. It's about you just stepping into the version of yourself that gets everything that you want. And I would even add in the best form, okay, in the best version. So yeah. Okay, let's go and pick one more card here. Again, just reaffirm your manifestation abilities. That is the easiest way to get anything, okay? Yeah, I also really like I'm the best version of myself. So if you want to manifest the best version of anything, it's very important that you give that to yourself. So just tell yourself, I am the best version of myself. I've always been the best version of myself. Therefore, I manifest the best versions of people. I manifest the best versions of job opportunities. I manifest the best versions of experiences, whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. That's why self-concept helps so much. When you do self-concept, you feel worthy enough to manifest the best versions of other people. Like, some people will just manifest for their desire, and like sometimes that will create resistance because deep down, they don't feel like they're worthy enough of that. And at the end of the day, again, you can still get things without like feeling worthy of that. I do think that's a little bit of a limiting belief that you have to feel worthy of that. No, but I do feel like when you strengthen your self-concept, you're gonna have less resistance towards specific things that you're manifesting, because you're going to realize like, okay, yeah, I am worthy of this. I am deserving of this. I deserve to have this right now. When your self-concept is high enough, when your confidence is high enough, when you feel secure enough, or even if you just tell yourself that enough, again, what you're essentially doing is decreasing your resistance to your manifestations. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, I will go ahead and end the video right here. I do want to let you know there is a group manifestation challenge going on my Patreon. The link to that will be in the description box below, where we get together and collectively manifest as a group. When multiple people put their minds to the same thing, that amplifies the power of that manifestation and also accelerates your manifestations. Like a really loud vehicle outside. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, the link to that will be in the description box below. I also have a lot of extended readings where I give exclusive manifestation advice, just like the advice that I gave on here. And I also offer in-depth tarot readings as well as manifestation coaching, and also custom make Subliminal. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below, where you will find my website and can sign up for these services through my website. And yeah, I will go ahead and end the video right here. Happy manifesting.